support. He did a lot. He did a lot, and still does, because we're not quite finished, as you will find out. So, how do I move from one to one?
Just the arrow.
Yes. Okay. So my grant was for building a website, or developing a website for SLIC. And what is SLIC? SLIC is the Soul Language Instructor. First it was Club, and now that I wanted to expand it, I thought of Community, which sounds much better. So now it's Soul Language Instructors Community, which is an effort or a platform for instructors here at Columbia who are the only one teaching that language. And let's go quickly to the next one. You'll see that should actually have been first. So here you see the languages that are involved in this SLIC endeavor. Quite a lot, as you can see. And all these languages have only one instructor. So you'll see Bengali, Punjabi, Vietnamese, for Asian, a couple of African languages, most of which are covered by only one instructor here. So, because she does everything. And no Hindi, Dalpat, I'm sorry, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately for you, because it's a bigger language. And a lot of European languages. So if we can go back now to the previous one, I started this about 4 years ago, when I thought that all of us, all these instructors who are the only ones teaching their language, they need to do so many things. First of all, they don't have a direct colleague to share things with, concerns or textbooks or tests or whatever. We have to do that ourselves. We have to order them ourselves. Usually it's very difficult to get these textbooks because they're from little countries very often, or small language areas, or sometimes there are no textbooks. There's all these things that are playing along. We have to write our own quizzes and tests in the bigger departments. Sometimes those tests are already written across the board for all the teachers in a section. We develop our own class material, etc., etc. You can see how many things there are that are involved. Number 10, attracting students. That's also a huge part of our of what we do, because once again, in large departments like French, you don't have to be concerned about that, because people come. And you, as an instructor, don't have to attract the students. The department will do it. But for us, like Carol here and Marianne, we do that ourselves, and it's a huge problem. How do we get students to take those, less commonly taught languages? And of course, also, when you're sick, there's no colleague who can teach for you. You have to make up those classes, or when you go to a conference or whatever. So all these things are issues. So I thought it would be nice to get together and maybe group our concerns or address them together, and at least some of them we could help each other with. So we've been doing that since I think 2012 or so. And we've had meetings once a month, 3 a semester, and the meetings have different themes, one of which is attracting students, and we've had separate language fairs outside, Steps of Low Library twice already, which was not very useful, but and very windy, and but we try. So and we do that together, which is so much better than doing it alone, even if the result might not be what you expect. At least a feeling of community, that you're not alone, is really important, I think. So we have had small workshops that we organized ourselves, and things like that. And people come and we discuss things. And then I thought, maybe we should do something where we can do this on a website. And then all the information and everything we need and all our concerns, instead of doing it face to face, we can build a website maybe where we can bring those things together. So that was the idea, that's how it started for me to think about that. And so why this website? First of all, I thought we can take it beyond Colombia, because we know each other now, but we all have colleagues in the Northeast or maybe further in the entire US who can maybe be part of that. That's what I was hoping. Although that is, it's very ambitious because it's already difficult to reach everybody here, but still I thought that might be a good idea. The professionalization of the initiative, to bring it to a higher level. And then one thing that I had in mind for Slick is that all of us have, or many of us have to write our own materials, especially when there's some textbooks. And that takes a huge, huge part of our preparation time. You know, the weekends, everything. We write materials or visual things for our students, and some of those can be shared. I thought that, for instance, a worksheet about vegetables. You can write something and with little visuals of cauliflower or whatever, write it in English, and then you can share it with your colleague who just can change English to his or her own language. Information, but especially the community building. And for that, I, with Ian's help, actually, we talked about this a lot. It would be helpful to have a blog function where people can leave or write about things that they're facing, or concerns, or tips, or whatever there is. So that's why I thought to build a website or think of that. So this was the first logo that I came up with, but it's not in use anymore, but this is how I started thinking about it. Then, you know, I know nothing about websites and computers and stuff like that, but this is what I drew out at first, because this is what I thought it should look like a little bit. A logo, in the middle something with changing photos of the different countries, just like the Colombia website has, where photos rotate. Then a link for events, where people can submit events, something that's happening in their language, maybe a conference or a cultural event, can be submitted and can be posted on there. And on the right, those resources, materials, etc. So, so the website was finally built, but then immediately crashed. And right now I cannot show you the website, but only the prototype, which is right here. And so this is not really something that right now works, but we're working on it, right? So it's going to be fine and beautiful. And let's see. So this is. Can we make that bigger? Yeah. This is. Let's see. This is what it's gonna look like. Also, the like this is just temporary. The text that's not there anymore. In the real version, that's not there. So you can see the logo is different now, and we can. I think we can click on things, even though it's not a live website, and I cannot really show you much else about it because I can't even, I can't scroll down. So there's an about, and just to tell people what we do, there's a mailing list. So then there is a link for the languages, and this too will be, right now I just put everybody's contact information there, just as a placeholder. This hopefully will be this is only Columbia instructors, but hopefully everybody will be able to provide, with people's permission obviously, names and contact information of colleagues at other institutions. So that's what it's going to look like. Some of us have actual links to websites, not everybody, but some of them do. So this is what that looks like, and then the events, there's going to be a submit an event link where people need to have a password. So instructors would email us, request a password, and with that they will be able to submit events, which then will live on the events page. Same with the community blog posts. This is also a placeholder, cell phone use in the classroom. So this is, like a little problem that I came up with. Is they're always looking like this, and they think you don't know what they're doing. So what do you do when you don't want to treat them like we're in high school? Give your cell phone to me. So how do you address that? Some things like that. And hopefully people will read it and then answer and reply to it. So you have to be logged in order to leave a post on that. So that's one thing. Then actually that is the blog. So that's in a new version that is there and not under the events page. It was a mistake. So that is now in the real version, which is hopefully will be up soon, is under the blog link. And then the resources is these materials and other things that are hopefully going to be submitted there. And then there's contact information. So that's basically what that's going to be like. So when we go on, this would be, and of course I wanted to have that already in the real website under the, so that I could show you, but can't post anything right now. So I took it out and showed you what I had in mind. For instance, and there's many things that you can share and that you can make general enough that it would be usable for everybody or most of us. Because of course some things are a little bit culture specific. Right, so this is would be a worksheet of furniture. The community blog would, for that reason, not or could doesn't have to be language specific. Can be general questions like the cell phone question, but can also be language specific. You can ask each other for advice, problem solving, idea sharing, but and then most important. In my opinion, is the community of the sense of community building that you get through there. Mm-hmm. And I think that we already have, as SLIC instructors, a great community. We talk regularly and we know each other, and much more than before we started this, I think. So that community building, even without a website, is already there, that sense of community. So this, this is just before the SLIC website, this is us to the left, and then after is hopefully the result, not even soon, but maybe in a year or two, because this takes time, as Pascal of course knows.